Everyone who visits Malang heads for Bromo, or the cool mountain air of Batu. Almost nobody goes north, into Singosari, where a different kind of Malang is still hiding in plain sight. Getting there means one thing, a motorbike and a bit of patience. No ticket booth here, no entrance fee at all. Just a group of local uncles who look after your bike for a few thousand rupiah, the entire local economy of this place, in one transaction. This is Sumber Umbulan, one of dozens of natural spring pools scattered across this part of East Java. To reach it, you walk about 5 minutes through a stretch of rice paddy first. The path isn't difficult, but it doesn't need to be dramatic to be beautiful. That's the thing about this part of Indonesia. No signage, no souvenir stalls, just farmers working the fields on either side, and the sound of water getting louder the closer you get. And there it is, sitting quietly under a canopy of trees, exactly where the rice fields end. It's a Wednesday, so it's nearly empty. Locals told me weekends are a different story entirely. Families, teenagers, the whole village shows up. One rule is posted clearly here. Women who are menstruating are asked not to swim. It's a custom tied to the spring's status as a sacred water source for the surrounding villages. A reminder that this isn't a tourist facility. It's a place with its own local etiquette. And that's the honest truth about this place. It's still basic. No toilets. Just a few changing stalls, a gazebo, and a couple of food stalls. Nobody has built this into an attraction yet. Look at this. This is the actual source, the spring itself.
This looks like the exact point where the water is pushing through, and locals say it flows underground all the way from the slopes of the mountains north of here. Time to get in. And almost immediately, I wasn't alone. A group of kids from the village nearby had the same idea. This spring isn't a discovery for them. It's just where they spend their afternoons. Look how clear this water actually is. You can see straight to the bottom, and there are still freshwater fish living in here, which tells you something about how clean it stays, even without any filtration system. Watching these kids move through the water, it's obvious this spring has never needed a lifeguard, a schedule, or an admission fee to matter to the people who actually live here. What's wild is how confidently these kids swim. The water here is deeper than they are tall, and it doesn't faze them at all. This is clearly not their first visit. It's the kind of comfort you only get from growing up next to water like this. No fear, just familiarity. One thing to be careful of if you swim here, this isn't a concrete pool. There are rocks, tree roots, and an uneven floor beneath the surface, so every step in matters. Between the shallow end near the entrance and the deeper pool further in, the terrain changes fast, which is part of why this still feels like a real spring, not a swimming facility built to look like one.
Amazing. Beautiful. Wow. Wow.
I tried following the pool further in this direction. The water seems shallower over here than where I started. And then, a black frog. Locals say this variety is one of the toxic ones, so admire it, don't touch it. If you look closely, there's a pipe running through here. It carries water directly down to the village below. That means the community here doesn't rely on piped municipal water at all. The spring is the water system. This is roughly where the water actually emerges, right beneath this tree. It comes straight from an underground river at the base of the mountain, cold, clear, and about as unfiltered as drinking water gets.
Mantap. Tapi nggak cuma.
It's easy to forget, standing here, that millions of people in cities not far from this exact spot are drinking water that's traveled through pipes and treatment plants. This water traveled through rock. And there's one more use for this spring that surprised me. The fish here double as a foot spa. Hold still for a minute and they'll come nibble at your feet. It's free, unscheduled, and entirely unbothered by the fact that people pay good money for this exact experience elsewhere. I think that's enough exploring for one day. Time to head back. One last thing on the way out, what looks like a proper swimming pool next door. Closed on weekdays. My guess is it only opens on weekends when the crowds actually show up.
Wah, kartu.